Hi, this is Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and my project today is a Post-it note holder that I made with Tasteful Touches stamp set, Forever Flourishing dies, and I think this is Flowers for Every Season from the Flowers for Every Season ribbon pack. We started with just a regular old 3x3 by ½ inch pad of Post-it notes. This one is like a greenish color, but the yellow goes nice, so that's the one I wanted to do a new one with. Okay, we're going to start with a piece of soft seafoam that is 8½ by 3 1/8. Okay, I cut that kind of bad. I'm just going to smooth that out. There we go. Okay, let's get our Simply score. This way. Alrighty. Okay, and we're going, it's very easy. This is quick, great for craft fairs or gifts at the holiday time, or just putting a gift card with it if you wanted to give them a little something. Okay, we're going to start, and we're going to score it at 3, 3½, 6½, and 7. And that's it. We'll fold these. I hope everyone had a nice 4th of July weekend. I was relaxing on Sunday night, forgetting that I needed a project for Monday. Needless to say, I tried, but I just couldn't do it. I had a drink before I realized that, and I wasn't feeling anything. So I'm filming this on Monday, and you'll see it on Tuesday. Alrighty. I don't know what this is about here. Okay. Now we need this. I cut from old olive cardstock, and this is from the Forever Flourishing dies. Okay, this is from the Tasteful Label Dies that match the Tasteful Touches stamp set. Okay, and these are from the Settles designer series paper that is 6x6. Okay, and we need 2 that are 2 7/8 wide by 2 3/4 high. Okay, and we also need 2 that are 2 7/8 wide by 1 1/4 high. Okay, and this is also out of the Settles paper. The other side has the dots, and I think this is the soft seafoam one. I'm thinking this is Mossy Meadow because this one's old olive, so I'm thinking this is Mossy Meadow, or it could be Pear Pizzazz. I lost my little things, so I'm not sure, but I'm thinking it's Pear Pizzazz. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now for the stamping, I took. Go here. I have a really big block for this, which is really unneeded, but that's what I have right now. The feather image, and I am going to stamp it in some Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to put it just along the bottom. Can't see with the light glaring on there. Yeah, just like I want the top to be in it. Perfect. Okay. And then I use Tuxedo Black with the "You Are So Special" sentiment. And I'm going to put that towards the top. There we go. Just that easy. Okay, now let's let that dry because the pear pizzazz part needs to dry a bit. All right. Now, this is going to be our front, so we want to make sure, well, mine has letters. I don't have my reading glasses on, but I can see most of it. The letters are going to go as you would read them, like that. We need some Stampin' Seal. There it is. Okay. Okay, and I made it 3 1/8 wide because then it'll cover by a 1/16 on either side. Oh, this is some sticky. Okay. Let me just put this on the outside. Oops, okay. And now one of them, this one is going to be on the outside, and we're going to place it the same way with the words up. Okay, so it'll fold over like this. And I was supposed to put a magnet there. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it up. Oh, I can. Great. Okay, it's going to be... All right, so we need some of the neodymium, I think you call it. They're very, very thin, very strong magnets. I don't know if you can see that. Too close. There we go. Okay, I will put a link. I get mine from Total Element. All right, and what I'm going to do, you know, I use, instead of using my pick tool, I use a plastic one that I have because the metal, it just makes it really hard. It keeps sticking on the magnet. So I'm going to take a glue dot, and with the pad you're going to use in it, because it's going to help us put everything in the right position, you're going to stick this magnet right in the middle, sideways and up and down. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to take the other magnet. Nope. Now we're going to put this back down. I think I can salvage this paper. Yeah, and the reason I have you put it in the middle is because then the magnet can't slip out the edges because you have plenty of room on all sides for it to stay in. And I put that crooked, but we're just gonna go with that. Okay, I put the paper just a little bit crooked, but you won't see it too bad. All right, now we're gonna let that drop right on top, okay? And we put another dot. Now I've done this in a couple of my videos where I've used magnets. It's the same procedure. Just put the glue dot on top and let it adhere to where the magnet is on the bottom. And then we're just going to fit this whole thing so that it goes down just right on top of it. And just rub it a little. And just gently pull. And sometimes if it doesn't come out right away, just kind of stick a pick tool in there to separate them. Okay, now we're going to leave the flap up and we're going to put the words right side up again as we're looking at them. And they'll go in the middle too. Whoops. Okay. And there we go. And then there's lots all around this one, so there's no big deal. Okay, what we can do is what I do here is I peel the backing off and I add, just for some extra stick, I add glue to the whole last page. They can refill it by just putting it on top of this last page if they want to, whoever you give it to, or if you keep it for yourself. And then I'm just going to put it right in there on top of those lines so it fits in there nicely. And there you go. Okay. I will probably redo this piece of paper later, but for speed's sake, we'll leave it. Okay? And then it closes just like that. Alrighty. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put one right here. And I'm going to put this one face up too. That's the second piece. That is 2 7/8 by 1 1/4. I thought I had an extra piece. All right. Okie dokie. And there we go. That's the whole holder part done. Alrighty. Now, for the sentiment, we're just going to flip it over and we're going to put glue all over it. Stamp and seal, not glue, but okay. All right, and then we're just going to size where we want this to go. We want it to go about right like that. And so we'll put this over it, centering it about like that. Okay, and now we want, okay, now we're going to gently put a little bit of glue over what we just stuck down. So there's some more on the spaces that don't peek through. Okay. And we're going to take our gold ribbon, which my puppy got a hold of. So now I am reduced to, sorry, I'm reduced to winding it around a piece of cardboard and using it in this condition. I mean, it still looks okay, but it looks like a dog might have chewed a little few areas of it. All right, and then I'm just going to, I want them to be over here. So we're just going to put just a little bit, some a little bit closer. Some down a little farther. Okay, and we want to just make just some circles. You can look at it, make sure it's what you want. I just want one more up over here, I think. It would really have helped if the dog didn't chew this. And then you just land up with this huge mess on the back, but it looks much nicer. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to get my scissor. Get the sticker thing there to make that, stop that from keep coming up. All right, and then we need our dimensionals. And we're going to put a bunch just because I want it to stay secure on here. And I put them over a lot of the gold string ribbon, but I also put them where I would need them to keep the one there. We really don't need this many as I'm putting. I should have been a little more strategic, but okay. I put a lot just so that we keep them, keep the nice ribbon going all around. And we keep it from popping off every time somebody wants to open this up. And you can do this with linen string. We used to have a lot of a couple different color, very thin golden, and I think gold, silver, and like a mauve color. And there we go. And now for the final touch, I'm just going to take some rhinestones and put some on the pretty feather. And I like to do things in odd numbers because it kind of catches the eye. Like kind of in some type of triangle. All right. And there we have it. Very pretty. You are so special. Post-it note holder. And I want to show you what I did last night with the Pampered Pets collection. I did this one. And I used the same measurements. I Hope Your Day is a Real Treat. I don't know if you can see this good. And I fussy cut this kitty out of one of the DSP pages. Okay. And I liked it, but it was really quick and easy, and I didn't know if you would really need a tutorial for that one, so I did this one for you. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me today. I would really appreciate it if you like my videos and you watch them, and if you want to replicate what I make, please subscribe. It would really help me out, and then that way you wouldn't miss any of my videos that I upload. Also, you can purchase these products from me at the address at the top of the screen. I'm a new demonstrator, so I could use all the help I could get. Thank you so much. All the details will be on my blog, which is linked below. I will see you next time. Bye.